Well, we are back here to do the player ratings for this beautiful game of football. Man United 3, Coventry 3 at full time. 90 minutes plus 30 minutes of extra time. We went to penalties. Onana saved one, Casemiro missed one. The other player of Coventry went ahead, obviously put the other one out of the goal. And it was Dalot on target, Rasmus Højlund on target. Then we had Bruno Fernandes on target and Rasmus Højlund on target. That's how the game of football went down at the stadium of Wembley, and we're going to be playing against Man City into the coming season. Sorry, into the coming month. That is 26th, I think. 26th of May, the FA Cup will sum the UK League or all football activities in UK, and then players will go ahead and be prepared for the Euros, because in the Premier League there is no team that is going to be playing in the Champions League final, all in the UEFA Europa League. But Aston Villa is still in the Conference League. They have to play the semi-final. If at all they find themselves into that league, I think they will play their final before any other team. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. I hope you guys are really having fun. Now, it's a pleasure to be talking to you. It's now the 21st already. It's the 22nd of April in my country, and people are really excited. The month is coming to an end. People that really are employed, their salaries are really coming in through, because some companies start to obviously pay their employees 10 days to the end of the month, others 7 days to the end of the month. So here we go to obviously see how things really pan out in the end of this course. Let us see, close to how many subscribers? Let's see, close to I'm talking about likes. 200 likes mark this video, and don't forget to subscribe. I've already gone ahead with the match reaction. You can as well go and check it out into the live tab of this channel. Now let's start it off with thanking God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. And I tell you, Andre Onana in the mix. He has gone ahead obviously be costed by the side of Man United for not keeping a clean sheet. All those goals that came in through would have gone ahead to be prevented, but because there is a very huge disjoint in the attack and the midfield of Man United, we find ourselves in a position of obviously getting exposed left, right and center, and in the due course we lose out. We lose out onto what you're supposed to be getting as a side of Man United. So that is it coming in through from Andre Onana. I'm getting him an 8 out of 10. Saving that penalty, he kept us in the game on close to 2-3 occasions in this game, and he deserves to get that. For Diego Dalot, obviously, the stats will speak for themselves. Brought to you by Stateman Dave. And this is what Dalot had. 100% dribbles completed, 100% LDOs won, 94% passing accuracy, 5 interceptions, 3 chances created, 3 clearances, 1 assist. So he was responsible for the first goal, you remember, and you saw how he was so much composed as he inverted well in the midfield. And I just can't wait to see it that we really get in central defenders in the ilk of Lisandro Martinez that can really express themselves onto the ball very well to obviously partner up with the likes of Dalot, Onana, and really build up what we call a very press resistant back four that can help us really build well from the back. I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 because even when it mattered most for him to obviously take a penalty, he came in through and really bravely took that penalty. Remember, the first penalty was saved, you know, and Casemiro missed it. And then Diego Dalot showed up and said, all right, I'm going to take the second one. And it shows you how big-hearted this player is. He obviously comes in through to take us to those levels. So I'm just excited about what Diego Dalot went ahead to do into that beautiful game of football as for the club of Manchester United. So for me, I'm really moved by what he went ahead to do, and I just love what he really did into that beautiful game of football. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to get him a 6 out of 10. Apart from Rashford, I think this is another player that was worst onto that pitch. Apart from Marcus Rashford, he is the player that I believe was really worse onto that field of play. So when you look at what he did in that game, Second goal, deflects off his back. Third goal, the equalizer, off his hand. What would have gone ahead to be the winner for Coventry City? He played them on, and it was the line drawn in between him and the player of Coventry City that saved us, because they had gone ahead to get a winner in the dying minutes. So Bissaka was the reason as to why we are going to be knocked out. That is Aaron Wan-Bissaka for you. So for me, Bissaka, 6 out of 10 in this game. I go to Harry Maguire, scoring a goal, very beautiful header to put us 2 goals up into that game of football. And he defended very well. Though age is not on his side, he's trying and trying and trying. And his game by numbers, 100% tackles won, 100% ground duels won, 88% passing accuracy, 5 out of 8 duels won, 91 passes completed, 3 shots and 1 goal. You know, there is no way you can fault him on his performance. That is Harry Maguire for you. And I give him an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 performance for Maguire. And you know, he rarely gets that mark, and when he gets it, just know he went ahead to do the needful. He scored a goal and defended very, very well into that side. Casemiro, in the full 90 plus the 30 minutes, he really looked very good for me. He made some serious interceptions. His composure in the central defense was really great, because he really gave us what you call that composure and confidence. He couldn't obviously rush, and anyone could easily use him as a reference. You saw how he obviously got that ball and had to condense and really go in for the right pass that could obviously find us really getting in goal. So I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. Minus missing the penalty, Casemiro looked good for me. That is it. We go to the midfield. Kobbie Mainoo, 8 out of 10 for me. He was really doing great, and I don't know why he was taken off. I think the manager has the best answer for taking off this lad, because I believe he deserved to stay and obviously give us vibes of really doing the needful. Taking him off, preparing for the game of Sheffield in midweek, I think was really very bad. I think you would rather start Ericsson. I would rather play Kobbie Mainoo 90 minutes or like 80 minutes in the game of Coventry and take him off and bring in Ericsson. You get? Then in the game of Sheffield, I start Ericsson and I bench Kobbie Mainoo, and I bring Kobbie Mainoo to play in the last 30 minutes of the game, because in the Premier League there is nothing we are fighting for. All we are fighting for is UEFA Europa League, and all we need is to win like 2-3 games and really confirm that slot. That's what we're supposed to be doing as a club of Man United. So I don't find ourselves in a very better position to obviously do those substitutions. And I went ahead to obviously fault the manager for what went ahead to do a substitution in that game of football, because that was really uncalled for, right? For me, it was really uncalled for, and I don't find it well or reasonable for what he did. Kobbie Mainoo, 8 out of 10. I go to the other play, played with Scott McTominay scoring the first goal. 8 out of 10 for me for Scott McTominay, though I believe we're going to have to do better. And he had all what he had to do, but he scored the most important goal, the first goal that broke the dreadlock into that game of football. Very beautiful cross coming in through from Diego Dallo. We go to Bruno Fernandes. This is his game by numbers. By the way, he's on form. You know, I think from the game of Chelsea, he hasn't missed out on scoring for Man United. You know, Chelsea scored for Chelsea, scored against Chelsea. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against Bournemouth, right? And he's gonna hate to score today. So he has gonna hate to score like 5 goals in his recent 4 appearances for the club of Man United. But what was his game by numbers? Because he scored the 3rd goal of the game. 85 out of 100 passes completed, 9 chances created, 6 tackles, 5 shots, 1 assist and 1 goal. Bruno Fernandes, and he did all what he had to do, and he gets a 9. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10, because even when in the penalties, he came in through and really gave us a comfortable lead in there. For you remember, I think he comes in through when I think Onana's gonna hit really save one, and all he had to do was to see that he scores that goal to give us a level ground with that side of Coventry City. That is it. Garnacho, this was his game by numbers for the minutes went ahead to play, and there is something that is really very touching that Ten Hag needs to look out for. Alejandro Garnacho's game by numbers: 95% passing accuracy, 20 passes completed, 5 out of 7 duels won, 4 out of 5 dribbles completed, 4 shots and 3 crosses. Another top performance coming in from Alejandro Garnacho. And there is one thing I really want you to read from Statement Dave that Ten Hag has to look at and really rethink about substituting this boy and taking him off the field of play. Now, Statement Dave has told us the following, and if at all you look at it, it's really very right. I don't know how you find it, but I really find it very touching. If at all you really feel like we should be winning these games. And 2-1 when Alejandro Garnacho has been subbed off in the last month. Now, we've always been in the lead in the following games. 2-1 against Liverpool. When he was taken off, it ended 2-2. 3-2 against Chelsea. When he was taken off, it ended 4-3. And 3-0 against Coventry City. He got taken off. We conceded 3. That should be very much telling to the manager of Man United that he's this kind of player that he shouldn't be taken off the field of play, because he makes things happen. He makes things happen. And if at all the manager hasn't gone ahead to realize this, it's high time went ahead to obviously realize it better, that this boy makes things happen. And he's really good for that purpose. So I'm giving Garnacho a 7.5 out of 10. Rashford, 4.5 out of 10. Rashford takes a 4.5 out of 10 for me, because I know exactly what he does, and he costed us the second goal. He was selfish, running into players, and couldn't obviously find a pass for his number 9. And what else should I really base on to obviously get him into the ilk of obviously praising him? I tell you, nothing. Nothing for Rashford. 4.5 out of 10, and it would have been a 4 because he's really one of the worst players on that field. Rasmus Højlund in the graveyard shift, 7 out of 10. No service, only got himself found out by Bruno Fernandes by the time it was 3-2 around the 85th minute, and we found ourselves in a position of really losing out onto that chance. But we need to obviously feed him in and get him more into the game. The substitutes: Eriksen, 5 out of 10 for me. He came on through. He has not been playing games. Looked like he's a tired player. His mind is no longer at Man United, and I see no reason as to why he should be given minutes at the club of Man United. He will really looked very awful on the night, and he looked bad. So 5 out of 10 for me, but not as much as Rashford. Then Fosun Omari, 7 out of 10. He had a couple of shots at goal. The energy of tracking back, you know, when they've gonna hit us the counter twice, I saw him really winning those balls from players of Coventry City. He really tracked back very well, and that spirit of running from those youngsters is really very important. And I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. Amad Diallo, 7.5 out of 10. He had gone ahead obviously get himself an assist, if at all that Bruno Fernandes effort in the top corner was not really rejected by the top frame of the goal. Who else came on? Anthony, 6.5 out of 10. Very playful onto the night. And those the substitutes that the manager went ahead to make. I think went ahead to bring on Eriksen, Anthony, Amad Diallo, and Fosun Omari. For the manager, 6.5 out of 10. I think he would have gone ahead to do far much better when it came to those substitutions, but he didn't. My man of the match, I give it to Bruno Fernandes Borges. Obviously, he really did everything in this game of football. I think he gave us a little bit of what we request from him always. That control of the game, knock that ball around. But there was a time he made a very sloppy pass to Rasmus Højlund. You know, Amad Diallo came in through and went ahead to play that ball into Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes broke into yards of space. And guess what? He went in for the is it called the Trivela pass, outside boot pass, and it fell direct into the defender, yet would have gone ahead to find a better pass to release Rasmus Højlund. So he had good things, but certain things need to be corrected by him. So I think if it's Odegaard, Maddison, or Kevin De Bruyne, he does a better pass in that occasion. That is it. So my man of the match is Bruno Fernandes. I don't know who your man of the match was. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David is my name, and I'm out.